All right, hey everybody, back with another news feed here for you. We're going to zip through a couple of these real quick, simple ones here real fast. It's official Kia satisfies customers like no other brand can from CarBuzz. This is about a JD Power study on here. This is the study for, what did they call it? JD Power APEAL study, okay, which studies isn't a quality or reliability study, but rather a survey that analyzes an owner's emotional excitement and attachment to the new vehicles. Owners are asked to consider 37 attributes ranging from the sense of comfort they feel when climbing into the driver's seat to their exhilaration when they step on the gas pedal. They interviewed many. I can't remember what it was. Something like... it says in here somewhere how many people right here responded. 85,000 2024 vehicle owners that bought model year 2024s. 85,000 of them in this study. So that's pretty impressive in here. And here's how it basically ranked. What they came up with was this right here. Looking at others, winners, hang on here, right here. Kia was at the top. Kia and other Hyundai Motor Group winners, the Genesis and the Hyundai Santa Fe, were also ranked highest vehicles in their respective categories overall. The Kia brand ranked third with a total of 853 points on a 1,000-point scale. Only Mini at 858 and Ram at 854 scored higher than Kia. In a world where BMW, Toyota, and Ford are often considered brands that deliver enthusiast-focused cars with strong badge appeal, the Korean automaker achievement is particularly special. Kind of cool. We're not going to go on to this and get too involved in it, but it's pretty impressive. Again, I don't put a lot of faith in these kind of things, but it's pretty interesting that, I mean, 85,000 surveys on people that own 24,000 or model year 2024 vehicles is pretty impressive amount of people for this appeal study, hitting 37 categories. And Kia, you know, the order that comes out as in today's world is Kia, then Mini, or I mean, it goes basically Mini, Ram, and then Kia. That's pretty impressive when you think about the stats on there. So moving on from there, though, this one right here, another quick one, and I don't cover cars on this channel very often, but I will say on here, though, Ford is recalling the Mustangs for control arms that might snap. The reason I say it is I know a lot of you guys love this car. The Mustang is the one that you guys keep bringing up in comments and talking about as far as cars go. So I'm telling you, just so you know, if you got a 2024 Mustang, there's 4,600 of them, or 4,600 Mustangs being recalled because the rear control arms the rear control arm had a bad casting and it might actually snap. So just keep that in mind. Again, I'm not staying on this thing here long. We're moving right along from that. Chevy Colorado makes cars best cars for car seats list. Think about that. That's kind of interesting. A pickup truck in a midsize that makes Cars.com's best cars for a car seat list, okay? And they go on to talk about that a little bit in here, and they're going to go into the details, but I want to go look at the list to see. But it got A grades for the latches and the FFC categories. Latch rating refers to use of the lower anchors, top tethers to install a child seat. The FFC designates forward-facing convertible, and for kids older than 2 years old after outgrowing their rear-facing car seats. It goes on to tell you more about it, but the interesting aspect is if you are a family and you are looking for a mid-size truck, this is important stuff to you, okay? If you're going to start a family soon and you have a mid-size truck or you're about to buy one, this will be vital information for those of you that are interested. So how does this cars list compare here? So here it is where they went through all of these vehicles. Okay, they do everything. Here's the grading system they're going to talk about and how they do. Here's the best vehicles for it. Here it is right here for your glossary of what the abbreviations mean for rear forward-facing, rear-facing, high-back booster seat, third-row access, all this stuff. These are your two-row SUVs and how they ranked, and three-row SUVs and how they rank. So you're welcome to go view this. You can see it by finding it right here by going to Cars.com. But you can see here if you want to pause it anywhere in here in the best ranking two-row SUVs, the three-row SUVs, and pickup trucks. One pickup truck made this list. One. It's pretty interesting. I mean, I'm sure full-size trucks offer a lot of great options too, but for some reason on Cars list, one midsize, the 2024 Colorado. I think that's pretty cool. take it for what it's worth. Read into it what you will. Here's the other ones for as far as for hybrids, but pretty interesting. Moving on to this one here. This is our key one. Dealership profit down 33% in 2024 so far. Okay, this is real, and I'm okay with it. Like I said, no offense, but dealerships are scams, and they make way too much money, and they cheat us every chance they get, and they bend us over backwards every opportunity, and I do not like dealerships. I do not like the people that run them. I do not like the salespeople that work for them. Again, there are some good ones. It's 2 out of 10 is a good dealership. I think the whole entire practice of what they do is shark-like and sneaky and manipulative and disgusting. I don't like what a car dealership is today, and that's pretty sad to say. And even saying that, I mean, there's probably dealers that'll be like, oh, I know who you are on YouTube. I don't want you coming to my dealership. And I get that. I'm not here for them. I'm here for you, so they can kiss my rear end. I think they're shady operations all the way around. And they are down. Okay, it says right here, then the pre-tax profit of the average franchise store slid 33.4% through the first half of 2024 compared to a year ago. Fine. You made your bed, lay in it. Stop being so shady. Stop screwing people over. Maybe you wouldn't have these issues. That's my thoughts. So this is according to a recent study for dealerships. This actual article is Digital Dealer. It's designed for dealerships. Okay. Despite the decline, the average dealership net profit is still 1.7 times the 2018 level. Okay, let that sink in. Still 1.7 times what it was in 2018. Okay, but like I said, they're crying because they're down 33% from the ridiculousness they had during the pandemic, where they robbed everybody. Additionally, nearly 2/3 of dealers expect dealership profits to decline over the next year. I'm okay with that too. Get your stuff out of your butt. Stop doing markups. Stop the BS stuff and start charging people normal rates. You'll probably sell some more cars. Their outlook over the next 3 years is moderately better. Just less than half of the respondents expect a profit dip, and the share of the respondents expected profit growth over the long horizon, with nearly double the share expecting it for the next 12 months. That was very hard to read. What stood out to George Corollas, president of this group, is that many dealers aren't acting quickly enough to rein in expenses that occurred during the pandemic profit boom. The average dealership has seen a variable gross profit plunge 32% since 2022, compared with total personal expenses dropping just 6% during the same time period. Okay, adjustments are needed. They're going to go on and on. Sales are down 1.4%. The average dealership retailed 410 new vehicles through the first 6 months of 2024, down 1.4%. That's interesting. Let that sink in. The average dealership sold 410 new vehicles for 6 months of the year. That's pretty interesting that's what the average came out with. Total revenue per store came in at $40 million, down 3.3%. To be sure, vehicle volume and total revenue for the average dealership were likely hurt to some degree due to massive disruption caused by the June 19th cyber attack on CDK. We know that happened. So here it is right here. You can read more on it if you want. It's pretty interesting, but I have zero I don't feel anything for these guys. Like I said, dealerships are screwing people left and right nonstop every single chance they get, every way they can. They are so, if dealerships are, I mean, these guys sit there in the back room with a nickel trying to squeeze it as hard as they can, hoping they can squish it into 2 dimes. I mean, they're unbelievable. I've never seen an operation run like dealerships do, and how shady a lot of them are. And well, like I said, if your profits are falling, I really don't care. It's your own fault. You made it this way. Start treating people like human beings and stop taking advantage of them every chance you can get. That's my best advice for them if they want to do better. Then people will probably trust them, like them more, and probably be more interested. How many people refuse to buy a new car just because they don't want to deal with the dealers? It's pretty sad when it's come to this. So let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think? Thanks for watching.